Hey guys, so I'm outside in my little, I guess I want to call it like a little adult fort or whatever. We have like this area, like the pine trees. I call it the pine trees. Well, it's covered by the pine trees and all that stuff. So I don't know. I just like coming down here and collecting my thoughts, and thought I would do a little vlog for you guys down here. Anyway, I want to talk about something really, really funny. My first factory job. It was in the summer of 2011. I was 21 years of age. Um, and I'd never worked in a factory before. I'd always worked, but just never in a factory. And I thought, hey, oh, factory, looking at it like I want to be big and tough, So I don't know. I just got in my head that I wanted to work in a factory, and there's nothing wrong with that. My father raised me on a factory pay, and he made a very good living for us. Anyway, so I thought I would want to work in a factory as well, and I'm not going to say the name of the factory just for like the security purposes, but anyway, I worked down there for 6 days. I started in the middle of July. Oh my God, it was so hot. The factory was naturally like a hot, very hot, heated factory. It had a lot of heaters in it, and ovens and all that stuff. And I worked down there for 6 days, like I said, got fired. They fired me because I messed up thousands of parts, and I cost the company like thousands upon thousands of dollars. So they called me the temp agency. I went through a temp agency. That's how you have to do those kind of things. And they said, they don't need you anymore. And I'm like, is there a reason why? It's like, they've got enough help right now. But anyway, what was so funny about it, we had a fire drill. And I'm so sorry. Stupid vehicle. That's the joy of living in the country, okay? Anyway, and naturally, when I started working there, they had to have a fire drill, and they hadn't had one in like 5 or 6 years. So we had a fire drill, and I was dressed like a complete dork. I had these knit shorts on down to my knees. They were checkered. I had a yellow top on, just normal top. I mean, the top wasn't like, whoa, it was just yellow top. And they, and I had these like really, like, old school athletic shoes on from the 80s that had like the Velcro for the shoestrings. And they were like space shoes. I had those on. And then on top of that, I had like Ruffles socks on, like the little girl 5-year-old white Ruffles socks. I had those on. I just wanted to do the thing, okay? So anyway, we all went outside, and there was this guy that I had been noticing down at the gym that I worked out at, and he noticed me, and there was kind of like some tension there because we both, kind of attracted each other, but didn't really talk much or whatever. And he looked at me, and he was like, as I was like walking up the hill behind him during the fire drill, and he kept turning around to look at me, and he was like, like, is this little girl, 80-some 92 pounds, working in a factory, and looking like someone on drugs the way I'm dressed. Anyway, so that was that, and and as he was turning around like this, I kept turning around like this so he wouldn't notice my face, and I was looking up in the sky like this, like for an invisible buzzard, and it was a clear blue day sky, like there was nothing going on, so that made me look even more like something was wrong with me. I was like, so anyway, when the fire drill was over, we all came back in. He walked. There was these huge fans, like massive floor fans, to try to keep everyone cool, but it just circulated all the warm air. Whatever, it's a factory thing, right? And he walked over to my station to where the fan was, and he lifted up his shirt, trying to seduce me. And guess what? It worked. I looked. Okay, whatever. And then he walked like this, like back to his own station, and as he was walking, we were allowed to have like cups of ice or like cold drinks as long as we had a lid on it, whatever. We could suck on the ice to keep us cool and stuff, and my ice cup had totally melted into water, like a cup of water. So I thought, you know what, guys really like that wet look, right? So I poured my cup of water on top of my head and let it just sashay down my bony collarbone. I weighed 92 pounds, people, okay? You think I'm small now? I was a skeleton back then. I looked gray, okay? Yeah, I had problems. So I let that pour all the way down over me, and like it was dripping off my face, my chin. Like I poured water on top of my head. So that was my experience, and within 5 days, 6 days, they fired me for messing up the parts. And it's not that I was a horrible worker. Well, I kind of was, but I tried. Like I wasn't goofing off. We weren't, when I poured the cup over my head, we were not told to like continue back on the machines yet. We were just getting prepared. But I don't know, I guess I didn't I missed a lot of mistakes in the parts that I thought I was passing, so they fired me. But anyway, that was my first factory job. Yeah, don't work in a factory. Advice from Monday: don't work in a factory.